Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Busch Gardens. Here today I'm just going to quickly just fill in some little details and some gaps from the last couple episodes that I've done. I just want to go in and just tidy a few things up, so I'll do that first. Thanks to all the new subscribers again. Since the last video I've had a few. Welcome to the channel, welcome to my projects. This is obviously, if you've watched it from the beginning, one of the newer projects that I've been doing, and I'm really happy that all you new people and older people that have been watching me for a while are joining me and watching these videos. But if you haven't subscribed already, click the subscribe button and click that bell icon if you want to be notified when I next upload a video, which normally is every kind of Monday. If I miss a Monday, it's maybe like today's Sunday, or I try and get one out once a week. But anyway, so I'm just gonna fill in some of the areas here with trees. I like to do a tree at a time, and sometimes later on I go back through and change just a few of the shades, just so they're all slightly a little bit different. But I try and have maybe 3 or 4 different shades of tree colour and type, just to really give it a variety. I'm just going to do the edges here in this darker green with the terra painting, just to make it look a bit more realistic. And I just want to dress up the front of this area a little bit more, because you have the road there, and then you have the kind of entrance into the car park, and it's quite bare there with the grass. So I'm just going to add a little something in there, and I think what I start doing now, I think flagpoles would be a good idea, so I'm going to do some flagpoles along, and maybe once I've figured out which countries or which kind of areas I'm going to be doing from around the world in the park, maybe I can redo the flags for each country that I use. But that would be quite a cool idea, to have each country along each flagpole. But for now I'm just using the plain flag, and I'm just using the extra lightings mod there, just to put those spotlights at the bottom, just to light up the flag. And I've just saved that as a blueprint, as you've seen, and just copied it down and placed it along the front evenly. But I think this is just a really simple little filler, and I think it looks really cool. Now I'm just putting some street lights in the car park area. As I've been going on with the park, I realised that the car park is actually quite small, so I may have to do an overflow car park somewhere. So now skipping ahead, so this episode is quite chop and changey, but basically what I wanted to do is do the entrance plaza area, but I didn't really have any ideas. By this point of the build, I'd already built the information guest relations building outside the front of the park, which I actually deleted later on, and I redo it. I built something quick, and it wasn't maybe to the potential that I could have done, and I realised that later on. So I've not bothered showing you that build, because it's not in the park now anyway, and when I get around to the new one I shall show you that at that point. But here I'm just kind of working on an entrance into what will be the German area, and with the German area I've gone for a Bavarian style, as it's a lot easier to do, because the buildings in Bavaria are very stylised. And Bavaria is obviously, if you don't know, is South Germany, kind of Munich area, and where it borders onto Austria, and they have these kind of buildings. Bavaria has definitely its own style, and it's not really something you see up around in the middle or the north of Germany that much. But obviously every year there's Oktoberfest, and that's definitely a Bavarian thing, and there's a lot of Bavarian themed stuff, especially with the blue and white poles. I'm not actually sure what they're called, but they have these kind of rings of flowers or grass, whatever it is, around like a maypole kind of thing. And yeah, they have these kind of Festhalle tents with the where people can drink beer and the markets and that kind of thing. So I've decided to go for that. I feel like it could be something easier to do than actually if I was to do like a generalized German theme. So I'm gonna go in and actually build a drink halle, and this will be kind of in the style of what you find at Oktoberfest, that kind of thing. And normally they're quite long, but this is going to be quite a flat one. I just kind of want to do the aesthetic on the front of it, kind of a little bit like a facade, but it will be some shops and drinks and things inside. But yeah, I just kind of got a little bit of inspiration for this, of course, from Busch Gardens Europe in Williamsburg. They have this as well, and it's like a no-brainer. You have to kind of do this if you're going to do a Bavarian German area. So this is basically the rest of the video now, is me building this kind of, it's quite a big building actually, but what I do is I build it just here randomly, but it doesn't actually end up being in this position. I save it as a blueprint and I move it and place it somewhere else when I've kind of figured out how this area of the park will flow. But for now I'm just building it here. If you might have seen as well, the actual entrance that I did last week, I added some more paths on the other side. These are kind of following the same style with the different browns. That will go. I completely changed that. I don't like it. And also I built a water fountain in the middle of the plaza, and you may see that very briefly in this video if you look out carefully, but that also gets deleted as well because I don't like that and I have another idea. So that's why I've kind of skipped that and I've gone on to show you this. But normally I like to do things in chronological order just for the purposes of my videos, just so it goes in an order. But sometimes I get a bit stuck and I break up what I'm doing and move on to something else and come back to other stuff later on. And this is what basically happened with this park so far. I got a bit stuck with the entrance plaza, so I decided to move on and do an area, and then as that's going on I kind of figure out how the rest of the entrance plaza will form. But saying that, I did actually get very stuck with this German Bavarian area. I had some ideas, I threw them together, but I couldn't figure out how it would go, and it really took me a long time. I started off with building a roller coaster. I thought about doing like a hypercoaster going out towards the motorway or the road that comes into the park, and that wasn't really working out too well for me. And then I just decided to go and try other coaster types. Nothing was really working out for me, so I just decided to start doing some buildings and then just kind of see how it would all go together with the ideas that I did have, and later on put a roller coaster in. So that's the kind of way I'm doing this, and I will come back and show you other stuff from the entrance plaza, etc. later on in other videos. So the series will jump around a little bit. It's not going to be so much all in order, but yeah, it's I enjoyed doing this German Trinkhalle. I've never built one before, so this was my first time, and I've not really been in that many. I've been in one or two maybe, and I can't really remember too much from how they all look, but they all look kind of very similar, so I've used some pictures for the general idea. But this is basically what I came up with. It's very boxy, very square, but it definitely has that feel and look of what I was going for. But yeah, that's basically all I have time for in this week's episode. Thanks for joining me, and if you've liked the video, give me a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. And I'll just drop a few screenshots at the end here of what I've done so far. See you next time. Bye.